Okay, so today we have a special treat. We have Dan Paladin, loan officer. Dan, where are you located?
I'm in good old Southern California, Long Beach.
Southern California, Long Beach. That's awesome. And Dan, the reason I really like Dan as one of our students and users is because Dan is very resourceful. He's very creative in his approaches. And I like that because if everybody can be self-sufficient, that's better for me, right? So I love getting customers like you who kind of just will take the ball and run with it. So what exactly attracted you to getting signed up with us? What attracted you to Mortgage Lead Hackers?
Um, well, mainly was to kind of get rid of the management fee. I just went through basically 6 months with another company, doing the same thing, generating the ads and their fee. My results were okay. I don't want to totally throw them under the bus, but it wasn't,
What was their
I
fee?
left.
Right.
So that tells you right there. I left.
What was the fee?
Their management fee was $1,500 a month, and the ad spend was obviously anybody can spend what they want.
Right.
I was doing 1,000, so basically 2,500 was the cost. The other issue with that is it's their ad account,
Right.
so how do I really know what's what?
Right.
It's versus my ad account. I know what it's being spent.
Right.
Yeah, we're spending $1,000 a month for your ads. Are they? I don't know.
Right.
Um,
Right.
so you don't have full control. So, by obviously jumping into your system and kind of a hybrid model where, yeah, we're doing it, but we have your support team, your knowledge, apply these mechanics. If you're having a problem, hey, we got you Tuesday and Thursday. We'll deep dive and find out, tweak, see if you missed something. And I control my own money. Um, and the difference is just night and day. It's been huge. Between the different ads I've tried, the first one was the first responder, which was kind of what we were doing at the other company, and it kind of seemed played to me, at least for me.
Right.
So did get some stuff out of that, working those. Took a break and then jumped on with the new California down payment assistance program, and it's just been blazing.
Yeah.
Within 4 days, there's been 24 or so leads. Um, Probably 40% are self-setting their appointments,
Wow.
and but I'm also calling and getting other appointments that way. Obviously, there's still going to be people that fill out stuff,
Are
give you a
you
wrong
are you running
number. It's
long
like,
form or
okay,
short
great,
form?
whatever. Don't know why they do that, but they do. But
Right.
um, the contact ratio has been better. My VA did set 3 appointments last night,
Wow.
off new two other leads self-set last night.
Right.
So 5 new appointments last night just from 5 p.m. on,
Yeah.
let alone what happened during the daytime. So it's really been better. And then so my follow-up, it's again, key is the follow-up. Great. Trimming down the budget by taking care of some stuff, your help, have your knowledge, your team to, hey, I'm lost, something happened, help me. Great. You're not fishing alone. So you get that and then do your thing. You've got the lead, but you got to have a system. Can't be one and done.
Right.
You've got to mix it up. Try to hit them any way you can. Voicemail, email. I do voicemail drops, emails, texts. I've got my VA calling staggered times of the day, different days of the week, so to speak. iPhone call. I don't do a lot of it, but because that's why I got them. But
Right.
I do throw out phone calls as well. Yesterday I did have an appointment, 12:30, no show. Called me back at 2 and said, I missed your call. You did.
Wow. Yeah.
I go, I happen to have a window. Do we have time now? And we did. And they said, great. And sent them the pre-app. Going to get started on that. Then I just got to follow up to make sure they do the pre-app.
Of course. And that's the key. The key is the follow up. And what would you say to somebody who, because listen, the idea, the thought of saving thousands of dollars a month in retainer fees sounds great to everybody. But when you tell them that they have to generate the leads themselves, they get a little scared. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. What would you say to those people?
Yeah. Well, it's like anything that it's okay, it's new, it's out of your comfort zone. It can be daunting. Um, I might be at a little bit of a more of advantage because I've been down that road back when first Facebook stuff started coming out. I was doing lunch and learns on how to do Facebook ads.
Right.
So I was in it, and then it became whoa,
Well, here
and everything kept changing so quickly.
and let me interject for a second. So Dan, he says it could be daunting. However, Dan is using the old school approach to launching these ads, right? You're using the real way that you launch Facebook ads, the actual way that you launch Facebook ads. But with us and a lot of our users who are not as experienced as Dan, just simply click an ad in our library and
Yes.
it launches automatically.
True.
So that's
Yes.
the daunting part, is not necessarily something that everybody has to experience. But if you're doing it the old school Facebook way, you have the ability to branch out and make videos or make customizations. You still can in our library, but it just you can really micromanage your ad from the ad account
It's
management
managed,
standpoint
right.
in Facebook, which you've been thriving at, which is amazing.
Yeah. And to clarify, and I didn't mean to say that, your system's daunting, so I apologize. That I did notice that, like, going there, click, hey, I'm done.
Right.
Cool. Other than the initial setup of the mechanics, pixels, and that kind of stuff. But then once you've got the bones and the frame put up, after that, it's like, which one, click, boom, and you're good to go. The difference of going, you can still do that. And then you can actually go to the ads manager and make customization adjustments to that. So if you want to start that way, then dig in to the back door and go from there, you can. Which is what I did. Originally I took, okay, I'm going to take the creative and the copy. Thank you for the tools. And then I came over here. Now I'm going to put them together my way in here, but still follow the template.
Dan has been building his own system pretty much on top of our system, right?
Yeah.
And tailoring it to his business, and it's been excellent for him. It's been awesome to watch your wins in the Facebook group. How long have you been with us? When exactly did you get started, and what have you gotten since then?
That's a great question, because I was thinking that myself. I might be in my second month.
Okay,
I'm going to guess, so right at the beginning of it. So maybe there's been 2 payments, something like that. I haven't looked, but it's nothing in the oven as far as out to escrow yet.
Right. Well, it's only been 2 months, right?
The pre-approvals that I've got coming is just night and day compared to my 6-month experience with the other when I got one. And I'm still trying to get others because I still have all those leads.
Right.
But just in this short time frame, night and day. Yesterday was 3. I got to get them to send it back to me. Like anytime you got to chase, I need this document, I need that document.
Right.
That's normal. That's what we do all the time. But I have so many more conversations now. If I were to show you my appointment scheduler, my calendar right now versus a month ago, it's freaking night and day. I showed it to my wife last night. She went, "You're kidding." I go, "No." I go, I haven't seen a calendar like that in a long time. And this is all from your stuff. Basically I can look at it like, I'm going to go cook in the kitchen and Alex gave me the recipe.
Right.
And now I'm just putting it together.
Yeah.
Stepping it up a notch, but the recipe is there. You can't cook without knowing what you need.
Yeah. And you're getting more appointments for, let's say, if you've been in here 2 months, you probably spent about $300 with us. And 2 months with a lead gen company would be about, with $1,500, that's $3,000.
Right, exactly. And I just got hit for, I'm running 2, I have insurance too. So there's mixed numbers in here, but just the down payment, I have that on a different ad page. So that one I can separate out. This new, what I just started last week with that down payment assistance, I've spent $500.
Yeah.
And I've got 25 leads. As I mentioned, there was 2 running. One was giving me leads at $9.44 a pop. The other one was at 21 and change.
Yeah, you want to cut that one.
So we just stopped that one, and then on my agenda today is I was doing 35, so 70 a day, 35. Well, going to pull some of that other 35 and
Exactly,
throw it
put
into
it
the
in
one
there.
that's popping.
That's the key.
And so I'm going to increase it $5 or $10. So I haven't decided. I'll get there and I go,
Yeah.
okay, 5 or 10 extra because I was spending 70. So I'll knock it down. But I'm not going to just say, well, 35 only. I'm going to say, well, if this is really doing that well, who won't take a conversation for $9.44?
And what you're doing right now is what lead generation companies do. They run ads per parallel to each other and cut the ones that are more expensive than the others. And now you have a skill set that pays you in perpetuity for the rest of your life. You never, Dan, you literally never have to buy leads from a lead generation company again because you could do it yourself. Why pay somebody else thousands of dollars a month to do something that you can do yourself? Right. That's the whole idea.
There will be a balance. Obviously, as you're doing pre-quals, this and that, and I got to get into the ad because you can't set it and forget it.
Right.
At some point, traction is going to kind of waffle, and then you got to get in and maybe freshen it up with something, or just change up the creative.
Right. Absolutely. And that's easy. We make it pretty easy to change pictures. Another thing that I wanted to touch on you with, you said you have leads from another lead generation company. In about 2 weeks, we're coming out with a video on how to we're going to upload any leads into the CRM and drop them into text message campaigns for you so you can reignite and reactivate those leads.
Right. Exactly. Because there's still a couple hundred or at least 150 that have not been DNC'd so far.
Right.
That, I got to find a nugget or two in there trying to get my $7,500 back that I spent or what have you. But I don't worry about it since I've switched to this kind of, call it hybrid, where I have support, I'm not alone, and I have conversations.
Right.
Where before I'm spending this money, oh my God, I'm spending $2,500 a month there and this and that, and I'm not talking to anybody.
Right.
And my hands are tied because I'm not responsible. I'm relying 100% on them, and I just wasn't having conversations. I mean, our business is conversation. Not every lead is going to be good.
Right. Of course.
But
we talk about that, right?
The conversation.
Yep.
But it starts with the conversation. Find out, I only got a 540 FICO. Oh, okay. How serious do you want to get a house? Great. Here's my credit repair company. But it starts, if you're having no conversations, even if it's to people that aren't ready now,
right,
you don't have a paycheck coming anywhere.
Right.
But I'm having so many more conversations now, which makes me feel way better because something will come in, and then since I'm doing this one new program, if they don't meet the criteria, meaning you have to be at least 660 and 80% AMI or 680 and doesn't matter, I've got other programs that are down payment assistance go down to 580.
Right.
So flip, sorry, you don't get this one, but if you want to go now, we got this one.
Exactly.
Here we
That's
go.
how I told people to handle those occupational, especially first responder ones. Hey, you don't qualify for this program. Let me show you what you do qualify for.
Yeah.
So you're exactly right. You're thriving, and that's awesome. So Dan, I really appreciate you getting on this call. I want to ask you one last question.
Sure.
What would you say to anybody who's on the fence about working with us?
Don't be. Don't get off the fence. To put a lead gen program, and trust me, I've been through a lot of companies, not just the last one, and I've also danced with doing it on my own. The biggest problem is if you're doing it by yourself with nothing else and Facebook flips something, you're going to spend hours trying to figure out what the hell did they change when I could just jump on Tuesday. What did they change? Or you guys announce it. They just changed this. So now we got to tweak the formula and then you're good to go. Thank God. It would take me 8 hours to figure it out. You told me in 5 minutes.
Right.
But don't. Get the system, jump on the training calls, jump in the group, reach out, start within your system where it's just click and go after the basics are set up, add account and so forth, and just do it and have your conversations. I'm not going back to the other model of hands off, totally them.
Right.
This is it. As you get better, your time in the system becomes less as far as that implementation.
Absolutely.
Your time becomes more on the follow-up and having conversations, not the implementation side. At first, a little more time because you're getting used to it.
Right.
Other than that, after that learning curve, just hit and run and talk to people, let the system do itself. You need help, jump in the group or jump on the call on Tuesday or Thursday, and you'll be happy. Trust me.
Awesome, Dan. Well, Dan, I appreciate you taking the call, man. I'll see you. Well, I'm not going to be here on Thursday because I gotta go to my dad's. I gotta fly to Florida for my dad's birthday. But I'll be on the coaching call next Tuesday. I'm sure I'll see you there, man.
You got it. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much,
for the help.
Dan. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.